Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to just retouch my henna up. I've had this henna on and I did it a long time ago, and all I keep doing is keep going over it when it starts to fade. It's faded pretty much now. What I do is I've bought this henna, these cones of henna. They're called Kaveri Mendi Cone Henna. I bought them on eBay. You got 6 of them and they were under £10. I will look it up and I'll put it in the description box. I find this to be the best one to use. It lasts longer and it's cheap and it's easy to sort of control to apply. This is a fresh tube. I'm currently using a tube. I'm going to just try and get the rest of it out. So yeah, if you want to keep watching, and we'll start and do this henna. It just squeezes out. Sometimes the tip gets a bit blocked. So in this one you can see it's got like a little green stick. This goes all the way inside, and you keep putting it in to clear it. I've lost it on this one, so all I'm going to do is use a needle. Does the same thing just to clear it. Sometimes you get like little grains in the henna, and that blocks the tip because it is very fine. So yeah, let's start. You've got to have a pretty steady hand for this, and mine's not that steady. So yeah, you just pipe it out, like so. You just do the design that you want. What I actually did when I very first did this henna design, I drew it on in pen, very lightly in pen, and then I went over it in the henna, because I'm not very good sort of freehand. Oh, I'm very shaky today. I'm not normally this shaky. I've made a bit of a mistake there, but I just go back over like that. I use the tip to clear up any mistakes as well. You could use like a cocktail stick or whatever, but yeah, I tend to just use this. If you do make a mistake, it's best if you clear it up straight away, because it does stain like pretty instantly. Clear that bit up there. So as you can see, it's starting to come along a bit. I think these dots, I do like little dots here up this side. I think it gives a nice effect. Like that. a swirly bit there, like so, and I think I'm going to have a diamond here. So I'll just put sort of 4 dots to where I want the diamond roughly, and then I join them up with lines, and then I just do a line from there to there, and then another one across, and it gives that kind of effect. Right, I'm going to do a flower, so I'll start with the centre, which I want there, then I'm going to do a petal there, the other side of the petal, like that. Then do another petal like that. Oh, that one's gone a bit wonky. But you get the idea. Kind of do it like that, 4 petals, and then I join them up, and I just go like that with it. So it looks like a flower. I am really shaky today, guys. I'm really sorry. But yeah, it gives you some idea. You know, you can do your own design up. If you sort of just Google image search, you know, you can see a lot of designs. Right. I think I will have another flower here. Actually, I think this henna's about out. I'm going to swap tubes over and use the new tube now. It's getting quite difficult to work with. So yeah, you just pull this green, kind of stop her out. There you go, just like that. And it's ready to use. If you just push down on it, and it comes out like so. You need a piece of tissue or cotton wool because you've got to keep wiping your tip. Right, I've got my 4 petals done, so just join them up there. Right, I'm going to join this section by just putting a line, and then I want these swirly bits here. And then I'm going to do some more dots. Oop, getting a bit quick there. Made a mistake. So we've got looking like that so far. I'm just going to continue with it, and if you want to check back, right, I've just did some swirly things here and dots. I've did these like little flower things. I'm just going to, I'll show you how I did that. Right, the little flower things. I just put a dot in the centre, then just put dots around like that. I think I'm going to put one here. Like that. I think I'm going to do another kind of scroll bit. Sorry, that was my son if you heard something in the background. And I'm just going to do these dots. He sounds like he's having fun. Alright, now my daughter is filming me doing this, is having giggle fits at my son who is singing in the hallway. Kids, eh? Right, now I've gone and mucked up there. Just scrape that off. Try again. Oh, Emma, stop laughing. You're shaking the camera.
He's singing chicken and chips.
It's such a mess. Because when you're laughing, you're shaking this as well. I'm just going to blame you. It's not my shaky hands at all, it's you. It's your filming skills. Right, I think that's the best I can do with that bit anyway. So right, now I think I'm going to redo this diamond bit. There's parts of it that's totally faded and some that hasn't quite so much. And then what I do with this one, you can this hasn't faded as badly. Then redo the dots. Like that, and I think we're about finished. So that's the design I do. As I say, there's lots of other designs. You know, if just Google henna hand designs, and you'll come up with, you know, maybe some of your own. But this is the one I do. It's changed over time. The flowers are slightly different to what they were originally, and I've just keep adding bits on. But I think this is just a nice kind of width for what I want. And I like going down my ring finger. I've left this little bit here because that's where my rings go. Obviously I have to take the rings off when I do this. But yeah, that's the design. I do intend to do one on my ankle. I do like to do one on my ankle in the summer. Pointless really in the winter because nobody sees it. But it looks nice when you're wearing your flip-flops, and yeah. So I probably will do an ankle design in the near future. Right, so that's all for now, guys. I'll see you next time. Right, I forgot to mention, once you do your design, what will happen is it'll start and go dry. The henna will start and dry out, and what you need to do is just sprinkle water on it. Just splash water on. You dip your fingers in water and splash it. Or if you've got a sprayer, that would be great. But try and keep it a bit damp. For as long as you can, really. At least I would leave the henna on your skin for at least an hour. It will eventually crack, you know. There's only, if you just splash it with water, maybe it's a couple of times within that hour, and then just like let it dry, and it will start and all crack and come off. At that point you'll get, if you're anything like me, you'll start picking at it and scratching it off. It can be quite satisfying. So yeah, and then it'll look a very light orange colour at first, and you'll think, oh, you know, I'm usually quite disappointed with it when it's the light orange colour. But then after you go to bed the next morning, when you wake up, it goes like a nice dark brown colour then. And yeah, so after it's gone its nice dark colour, I usually put oil on it. Any oil, usually I use coconut oil, but if you haven't got that, just use some olive oil, you know. Any kind of oil will do, and it just seems to prolong it, and it seems to bring the colour out in it. It seems to go darker for some reason. The heat and the oil does make it seem as if it goes darker in colour. So yeah, that's it for now.